Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NECC Super Smash Bros. Week 2 versus Seton Hill University. My name is Henry Speedy Kill Ninja, and today I am joined with...
Pizza Man 48, also known as Joshua. Hello, how are y'all doing? We're in for an exciting match here today.
Week 2 of the NECC, we are 1-0, but we took a forfeit week 1. So this is the first game for our NECC team today, and really excited. They've been practicing probably for about a month at this point. Had a solid season last year. We didn't end up making playoffs, but I think we're around 500, maybe like 3-4, something like that. But Seton Hill, we have no knowledge on if they're good, bad, what players they play. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So I think we're, going to feel it out, see how it goes, and we will be getting started pretty soon here.
Exactly, we'll take it match by match and see where it takes us. And it looks like starting off here as we switch on over.
Hop right in.
Yes, it looks like we are starting off against a young Link, which is very interesting because we actually will be seeing our own young Link most likely later. We'll have to see though. So we know that there, at the very least, is some matchup experience to start off here. So, with no stocks having been taken, we are starting straight off here into the first match.
One thing to note, if you've tuned into any Smash streams this semester, it is... Oh, this got to be a button check, right?
It does not seem to be a button check. It seems to just be an unfortunate.
I looked away for a second, and I saw him die 0. Unfortunate. But what I was going to say was, if you tune into any matches, you saw it was 3 versus 3, 9 stocks versus 9 stocks. In this conference, it's actually 4v4 12 stocks, which it was going to be a little bit longer game, see with some more players. So it's a great opportunity for a lot of players to get to play today.
Sure.
And Josh, instead of playing his patented K rule, will be on this side of the wall, this side of the screen this time. Will be joining me for commentary. So thoughts on the match so far?
Well, unfortunately, the SD has taken its toll. But something that is quite interesting is that despite that, if we just look at the percent and not the stock count, it actually is even and actually now in our favor. So as long as he can keep himself right and is able to keep track of things and just keep himself on this current pace, he could very easily, especially with a nice, especially nicely catching him off stage like that with that giant Shulk fair.
Yeah, good comeback there. Good job keeping mentally strong and able to come back, because he's almost bringing this back to even after dying very early on the first stock.
Yes, and that is absolutely huge, keeping that good mental. Ooh, I liked that grab. Unfortunately, it was just off. Oh, got a little lost in the sauce there, unfortunately. But no, we see though that as long as he's able to keep himself and keep moving against this young league, he should hopefully be able to get some more percent and hopefully another stock here.
Yeah, looking really good. Other than like miss timing the up Bs, they're just not able to get back to the ledge. But other than that, his neutral game is looking solid.
Definitely. The nice thing here now, it is unfortunate that Young Link does have a lot of projectiles that he likes to throw out. But whenever you want to get closer, you have to get past the ginormous Shulk sword. And especially with the Monado arts that Shulk also has, you can instantly change his stats. See, he's now become, I believe, the fastest character in the entire game with that Monado art.
Oh yeah, he's got to be.
Absolutely crazy.
Extremely fast.
I think the only thing that compares to it is Hero with Accelerado. And another great forward air taking that stock, bringing us to even stocks again. And once again, the gap is closing again. And he switches to Buster. He's very confident here because he's going to deal more damage on Buster, but he also takes more. So it's very much a trade-off. But he was able to get a very quick 50%, but he's able to switch. No, he tried to switch to jump art. That's what that backslash was. He tried to switch to being able to get the hops out. Unfortunately, he was not and got a side B on accident. It's a very unfortunate way to start it off, but given what we saw there, that means that if this matchup comes up again, if he's able to keep himself on stage and on point, he could very easily win that match.
Yeah, I think if we run it back, we got a good shot at that one. But Valpo going down in game 1, so Seton Hill will be up 1 stock, which means they'll get the character advantage and the counter pick on the stage for the next character. So really important to win the first game, kind of start off with the momentum. But 2 great fairs off stage by the Shulk. Curious who we'll send in next. We got 6 or 7 players here today. Hopefully a lot of players getting some play time. So excited to see some of these players who I don't think any of them have played on stream the entire semester. So none of them have competed this semester.
No, not this semester. No. So for people who are just joining us this semester, we will have a brand new cast of characters and people to see and to test out. So we'll have to see where that goes from here. And to start off, it all starts with who we're sending in next. Now, we know that everyone here is going to have at least some experience against the young Link. So hopefully that means that they'll be able to use that to gain themselves a nice little momentum to
Yeah.
start off here. And picking a character that's specifically good against young Link, that's always the hope, of course. And with when you have 4 people here, you really have the option to choose between a ton of different people as well to make sure that whoever you do choose, hopefully, will be the one that will be able to get that one stock off without losing any of their own, bringing the game back to even, minus the stage not
Yeah.
being in their favor.
So, Valpo, looking like we might be sending in a new member of the team.
Yes.
So, really excited to see how this goes. Not even sure if they've played online before, to be honest.
They have not played. I don't think they've played for any of our official matches yet. I mean, of course, they've gotten some online practice before, but I think this will be their first match.
Competition, yeah.
Yes,
So we're going to see a debut,
see.
NECC debut today.
Someone I am really hoping is going to go in there and absolutely rock them. Someone who I think I was the first point of contact there as well. So
I think where you got him recruited in here.
brings a smile to my face to see them out there competing, and I really hope that they are going to absolutely rock them.
Joined the team late last semester, was able to get in a couple weeks of practice, and has really been improving. Honestly, came in pretty strong player.
Definitely.
So excited to see how this one goes, as the young Link will have to drop 2 stocks here, doing it in style with his tether grab to the ledge. So talk me through this matchup. I feel like it's young Link favored, just in the neutral game with all those projectiles.
Yes, so this really comes down to how well Ike can get around these projectiles. We see immediately fire arrows coming flying out, but that's a really good option for being able to get past. Now, the other thing is, with a big ether to start up, as long as you can get past the projectiles, then your sword is going to absolutely, look at that. Link and Young Link both have a very similar down air where they just come down with the sword like that, and not very many characters, and even through that up smash there, able to absolutely
I'm surprised that
outsword.
Dare beat the up smash there.
The timing on that had to be pretty close for that, so that was very good timing on their part. Ooh, that fair just barely didn't hit. Just slightly too low. We see the use of side B from as well to try to get past all these projectiles, which I think is a smart shot. Ooh, able to bob and weave right past, but that Nair is still a devil to get through. Even after all the projectiles, you still got a lot to deal with. Now it's all about if they can stay alive.
Young Link really wants this stock, and he's going to get it.
Just barely, though. So with that, we bring it down, and now it's a matter of, can we get the stock? Trying to take it nice and slow here. You've got to be careful, because while Ike is very strong, they also can be taken off stage, and they can be killed out there. Projectiles definitely don't help that. Now it's just a matter of getting through, getting in, and boom, landing huge hits like that. He's trying to get that big eruption down, trying to see if they can take the stock with that. Ooh.
If Valpo really wanted to pick up this last stock before they lose another, just to keep it close here in the beginning. Don't want any big leads right off the bat.
Definitely. So it's just, we'll see how well they're able to get in. We'll see what the plan is for trying to take the stock. We see trying to keep them above there.
Good center stage control.
Definitely. Ooh. Trying to throw out a back air, thinking that they're going to run off the platform there.
Young Link really just trying to run away and stay as far away as possible.
Ooh, just barely able to avoid that up smash, which might have taken the stock there, especially being on the platform like that. Ooh, gotta be careful playing towards the edge there. Now, gotta be careful, gotta go to ledge.
Soft Nair.
Ooh, able to side B to just get past, and oh my god, try to take it with the up smash.
Good look on that read with the up smash. Not able to go though.
Uh-oh. That's not gonna kill yet though. Air dodges right through, and gets caught by the last hit of that up smash. A
little bit of a panic air dodge, not great, but it happens. I do that all the time. so
sometimes you get hit by that decision paralysis. It just seems like every option is available to you, and you're trying to figure out, oh my goodness, the Doria hitbox on that. Now with that, we move on to the next match.
Is it
And
the Dorio hitbox? So like the Ganondorf?
yeah, that was the Ganondorf
Yeah, that was
Doria
Ganondorf
hitbox.
forward smash on the back of the sword right at the startup.
Yes. Nothing like having a forward smash that also covers above you.
Yeah, so Valpo down 9-7 to Seton Hill right now. Young Link with a great showing, taking 5 stocks.
Yes.
We'll see if this Ike can bring it back. Still has a stock left, so still has room to come back and make their debut exciting. So
Exactly.
only able to take 1 stock so far. If you get 3, you go even kind of. Well, it also depends on the player that you're playing against, but we
Very
don't
much
really
so.
have intel on these players because sometimes if you take 2 stocks from like a really, really good player, that can kind of be a win for your team. But the goal is kind of get 3 or more, and then if you get 2 or less, then it's technically not good. But there's a lot of variance because we don't know if Young Link is their best player, if it's one of their lesser players. So, like I said at the beginning of the stream, have no information on Seton Hill, what characters play, how good they are. But hopefully this Ike can start off this next one strong, get the nerves out a little bit, so they're able to finish up this one and stay away from any big catastrophes or anything. Like they're able to clean it up at the end of the day. They're able to win the match. So Valpo only down 2 stocks, which in a 12 stock 4v4, that's not that's not a huge lead by any means. It's a decent lead, but definitely not too bad to come back from. So. Ooh.
Now it looks like we're going to be moving right into this next match here.
Yeah, we got a Joker.
And Ike is a character that has a lot of kill potential, but if they can't hit the opponent, if they're too evasive, as we saw in that last match, they can live a while. But with Joker, relatively light, and if one good hit at a low percent, and this could spell the end for this Joker. So.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they do have a little bit of Joker practice, as we did have the Joker on our team. So I'm hoping that they've played some friendlies and stuff before. But yeah, starting off 3 stocks to 1, SHU at 9, Valpo at 7 stocks.
So we start off in the match here, and both of them sort of testing the waters, trying to see and feel out where the others are, where the other person likes to be, what they like to do, trying to figure that out. And we see that the Joker's getting off here to a relatively early lead. Let's see how they deal. Let's see how they deal with trying to keep this Ike on the ledge here. Ike is swinging, trying to get through, and is able to make it to center stage with that Nair there. That Nair is a huge hitbox, and it's very difficult to contest as well. Tried to almost caught the top of that. It's going to be difficult to make back, but just barely is able to. As the Joker tries to get their own huge read there with that. Oh my god, just slightly too early with that one. A nice get up attack to go off the ledge, followed by a dash attack. A strong smash attack could kill here, but if you whiff, it's going to leave you open to get punished, just like we see here. And on top of that, we also have not yet seen Arsene, which we're actually about to see here. And it looks like we are not going to get that chance as the Joker takes the stock here.
Yeah, Joker with clean stock there. Nice back air to finish it off. I think utilizing his gun and his side B. Not sure what that one's called. But SHU extending this lead to 3 stocks. I think the Ike there maybe had a little bit of nerves mixed with maybe the Wi-Fi too. Not too much competition experience. But that's what the NECC is for our team. Is to get that experience and build it up, especially if you're an underclassman. Just to get experience because it can be tough. I mean, for you guys, I know you're a senior, you're a captain of the team. Walk me through kind of your adventure through becoming so comfortable. Like, do you feel nervous when you play still, or?
I think it's always healthy to have at least a little bit of nervousness there. You never want to get too overconfident going into a match, but it's been a long time to sort of get to the place that I am. When I first started off on the esports team here, that was my sophomore year, which was 3 years ago for me.
Yep.
And so with that, that's when we actually had our first year of the actual team there, and we had our captain Shannon, who was able to lead us to some pretty good successes for our first year. But starting off, every single player I think on the team now was better than me when I first started. And it was just a matter of taking the time to sit there and practice and being able to go through and just work on things. Being able to find out, okay, I made this mistake here. What can I do to try to make sure I don't make that mistake again? I find that I get beat whenever I make this option. I got to stop doing that as much. Just trying to focus on little things time and time again, and eventually working up to figuring it out. And when it comes to beating up when it comes to getting through the nerves, you'll get here, it's a matter of just being able to do it again and again until you don't have to worry about the nerves as much.
Yeah.
Eventually, you are able to understand and get through that, and it becomes almost a point of strength there, where you're able to use that slight nervousness to be able to help you keep up and keep you wary of falling into traps that the opponent set.
Yeah.
And it seems like we are about to go into our next match here, and it seems like I said earlier, we have some experience against Young Link, and the reason for that is because we have our own Young Link.
The other thing on the flip side, they also have Young Link
That,
experience going
yeah,
in this one, so another
you
thing to note.
you make a very valid point there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing about us having experience against their characters. They also have experience against our
Yes.
characters if we play them.
The thing on that though
Great
is,
start here by Blinkist, though.
yes, we see a nice early lead there. Unfortunately, a couple things did get hit by the Rebels Guard counter, which means that already we see Arsene, whereas we didn't see it at all last time. So it's almost as if he saved his Arsene for this match.
Big thing about Joker is how you play against this Arsene. If you're a young Link, like I really want to see him playing back, using his projectile game and kind of waiting out a little bit. But Arsene does go down, so time to be aggressive again. Gets the grab. Oh, just misses the back air.
Yep.
Pretty even so far here.
Yes. Keeping the composure, making sure not to hit that Rebels Guard again. Do not want to give him Arsene again. When playing against Joker, unless you're able to take a stock really early, you can pretty much always count on facing one Arsene a stock. If you can keep it to that and not die as a process, you usually will have a much easier time against Joker. So just trying to make sure he keeps it down, but it seems like we're about to maybe see Arsene again in a moment here. Ooh, the Joker tried to get a huge punish there, and it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, so
No.
Arsene, better recovery, has that better counter.
And
It's just
now
way
dead.
stronger, faster, hits harder.
Yes.
Pretty much everything. Just turns in from,
Just barely able to get off that. That would have been disastrous.
Yeah,
if
I
he
thought he
had
was
been
going to get
that
stuck on the
platform.
roll there.
Yep.
But yeah, Arsene just turning Joker from a good character to a great character.
Yes. Oh, just barely able to make it back as well. You know, the only downside pretty much to having Arsene is the fact that your recovery becomes a little easier to hit on the way back than Joker's normal recovery, but you still make it further. So each side has its advantage, but besides that, it just is a much stronger character overall here. Able to hit so hard, like we see there with that forward smash, absolutely devastating that young Link. With that, we go to a 2-1 game here in terms of stock counts. Tried to counter that bomb and just
2-2,
missed.
yeah. So Val put down
2-2,
3 stocks here. Blinkist, our young Link, played really well in the fall season.
Yes.
Would love to see him win this match. You know, it's going to be huge for Valpo to start chipping away at this lead. I do believe we've saved some of our stronger players for later in the game. So looking to surmount a little bit of a comeback here. 3 stocks, definitely a solid lead. But looking good in this one, keeping it close. But as long as he can keep being that person to take the first stock, then, I mean, you're good.
Yes. And it's one of those things that, especially if he's able to keep his stock as well. if you win a match, you do get fully healed there in between that match and the next, which is huge. Oh, just barely misses
Nice
the
spot
punish
dodge.
on both of them. Yes. Thankfully, he's able to dodge the attempt to punish the punish of sorts. And oh,
No tech
just
gets back
barely
aired, but good
lives.
DI.
That was a nasty call on the no tech there. But thankfully, able to live up until that forward smash. And now we see as we're a little down. But
Got to close out this stock before Arsene.
yes.
Another thing to note about this match is, you know, it's 3 stocks to 3 stocks, but we had the choice to send in the young Link. So this young Link feeling, gets the Arsene, but able to get the down air.
Yep, able to catch that attempt to get another greedy forward smash in. We're seeing a good amount of forward smashes from this Joker, and it's a relatively safe forward smash as smash attacks go, but it's still able to get punished by that down air there. Now we see a nice start here from the young Link. That Joker tried to take that stock really early. Good job avoiding it there. And we see once again just throwing out these huge Arsene hitboxes here, trying to catch. He was a little stuck on the platform, but was able to get down.
Yeah, I think young Link playing great this game. My only gripe is maybe the no tech on the platforms has really cost them a couple times.
Oh, a wonderful read
read.
with that forward smash.
Great read.
Yes. And like that, that brings the stock count down a little bit. So with that,
Yeah.
it's pretty nice. It's only a 2 stock difference here. So if like with how in the with their young link, if they're able to take that one stock and convert it into two more, if we're able to do
Yeah.
that here, it could be absolutely huge going into the final
I don't
match.
know if there's a term for that in Crew Battle Smash. It's called like maybe doubling up or something like that.
Something like that.
But he has one stock for this one, but big thing, it's a fresh stock, 0%,
Yes.
completely reset. So if you can be that person to take that first stock, it would be huge. But
Yes.
Blink is doing a great job in that one, able to come out with his stock there, come back down from 2 to 1 stocks. Really important there to keep us in this game one in this best of 3 series against Seton Hill. So, thoughts on that
Definitely.
match? Got anything?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of just both of them getting used to the matchup here. In crew battle format, you're not necessarily going to play the same person twice, so being able to adapt to a person's playstyle as quickly as possible is huge. And I think as that match went on, we saw the adaptations to those forward smashes.
Yeah.
And so I think if we're able to line up their Joker against our young Link again, I think we'll be able to avoid those forward smashes better.
Yeah.
And I think that'll really allow us to try to capture and get a better stock differential.
Another important part is not only the young Link, but our other players are back there watching. We got Coach Jim
Yes.
back there coaching them up. Shout out to him. So it'd be
Definitely.
like, hey, watch out for those forward smashes. Watch out for what do you call that counter when he's not in Narsen? Where like
Rebel
holds.
Scar, isn't
Yeah,
it?
did
Or,
that a lot. Put himself in a susceptible position that did not get punished there. But heading into some more game one action, we have 2 stocks of Young Link versus Lucario as their third character.
this is a particularly scary matchup sometimes. Young Link loves to throw out lots of projectiles and get their opponent to a high percent before
Yeah.
killing them, and Lucario loves to go to high percents. Lucario is a character that starts off as one of the weaker characters in the game, but with every hit they take, they get stronger, eventually becoming an absolutely ridiculous powerhouse of a character. So being able to avoid damage early and getting early stocks is vital against Lucario's. And Young Link can do it. It's not the easiest character to do it with, but they can.
Yeah, essential to find those kill confirms and not let that percent rack up too much because Lucario will kill a light Young Link very early.
Yes. So here, already we see a forward smash getting thrown out from this Lucario. This Lucario is out for blood. And we see here, we're starting to see some good percent here. And this Lucario is just getting more and more damage. This Lucario, ooh, like we see there, is wanting these kills. They are wanting damage. They are going for these back airs. They are just trying to take these stocks. A great confirm there. Not going to be a kill confirm, but still a great confirm to get more damage. Now this Lucario is starting to get really scary here. Especially once you hit around that 100%, like Lucario starts to hit like a truck.
It kind of reminds you of like Terry,
Oh,
Kazuya. Once you start getting over 100.
oh! Unfortunately, did not
Oh,
have. I'm guessing they believe they still had a jump, but it got taken from them there. And so with that, we go down to a 3-6 stock count here. So that means our last player here is going to need to not only beat this Lucario, but the player after that if we want to win this first set here.
yeah, curious to see who our anchor is going to be. Got a couple of options that I think would be good here. So
Yes.
we have, I think, 4 or 5 players to choose from here for our anchor. Definitely a handful of solid options. No one I don't think has great Lucario experience, and that last character from SHU, if we get there, is a mystery. Not only huge to win this next match, to have a chance at winning the set, but also just for the more information to know who that fourth
Exactly.
character is.
Yeah, getting that intel is so important,
Yeah.
and with every match, we are able to learn more about them. Even if we only see the last character and don't get to play
Yeah, and
against
just
them very
immediately
much.
lose. It's better than not seeing them. So
Yes, exactly. It means that a little bit of that mystery, a little bit of that worry is gone, and it means that we know who we need to keep necessarily in the back to face off against that character as well.
yeah, of course they can play with more than 4 players over the course of this set. Most teams typically stick to like that 3, like for Glac 3 and then a +1 for NECC 4 and a +1 sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes you just see the same 4 every time. So we'll have pretty good intel going into game 2 if we're able to do that. So looks like we're taking time to make this decision back there. So
Yes.
we got a lot of options. A lot of options.
Yes.
We got a
And
Pac-Man, a Link, who may or may not be playing Link. We got a Roy, who may or may not play Roy. There
of
could be
different
like 10 different
options.
characters.
Yes,
So,
and each of them could be a good option into this, and you know we don't know who's going to come in, and so just seeing who they decide to go with here will be absolutely huge. And like we know at the very least we have to get a Lucario to start off with. And so picking a character to go off that, it looks like we're going to be going with a Roy here. And I think that is a really smart option.
Yeah,
Roy is a sword character that has a lot of power. They were able to kill extremely early. With one good read on this Lucario could die easily at 50, meaning that they're not going to be able to get all that rage that we saw last match. But whether that will happen or not, we will have to see here.
So we talked about the weaknesses of the Young Link versus Lucario. Is he's not able to kill early. Roy is the exact opposite. He is able to kill extremely early. That's why we like this pick a lot. And this is also Golden Shroom, who is now the captain of our NECC team. Our captain of the NECC team last semester got pulled up to varsity. So new captain here. Golden Shroom, I'm sticking with tags. I don't know if people want me to say their name or not, but
exactly.
Golden Shroom has been doing a great job, kind of stepping up in his role. Has been around a lot more, practicing really hard, helping some of these underclassmen. I see him in here during the day a lot grinding. So excited to see what he can do. Off to a solid start.
Now the other thing that's really interesting here is that, like you said, we don't have too much experience against it, but actually our team used to have a Lucario on it a while back, and he's one of the few players that I think has actually been on long enough to have faced off against the Lucario. So he's one of the few people to play that would have experience for this, and we see that right away with that forward smash, taking a relatively early stock here.
Was able to cross up on that jump, get behind his shield, went for the shield grab. He wasn't there, able to get the forward smash punish off that grab. I learned something new about this program every day, being new this year. It's always nice to talk to the junior seniors who have, been around when our program was, small in the quaint space upstairs, and now we've just grown so much. So always cool to learn more about the program, because I don't ever remember Valpo having a Lucario.
Yes, that was in our first, and I believe a little bit in our second year here. I think mostly though our first year here we had. Ooh, just outside the jab space there, that Lucario was able to get that forward smash. But we see, as we saw last time, this Lucario already is only one hit away sometime, possibly from getting killed.
Yeah, so 5-2 here. He's ahead right now.
Oh!
Really, really want to take this stock without losing another.
Yes.
It would make it so much more manageable going in the last one. And he's off to a great start. Down throw, up air. Getting some great present. And the side B.
Oh my god, the parry into the forward smash. The recognition to realize that he had parried and had the time to get that so ready to take that next stock.
The fences.
Swing for the fences, but each of these have been pretty smart as well. Knowing and identifying, was able to identify that there was in fact an air dodge coming out. Unfortunately, just off of that. But now catching this drift on here, Lucarios love to use their neutral B to shift off their drift.
Like we talked about, Lucario gets really strong the higher percent he goes, so something to watch out for.
This is a relatively dangerous Lucario here.
A spot dodge.
Yep. So he has to be careful here with what he does, able to land it. This is it. We've seen a lot of. Oh, gets the tilt. Oh, tried to catch Lucario bouncing off the stage. And, that aura sphere is just too big at this percent.
Got one stock left here. Really want to clean it up. And, of course.
Immediately cleans it up.
Of course, he takes the stock immediately after.
The crew battle course here.
The crew battle classic.
Yes.
So we're at 3-1. Like we said, able to get information on who this next character is going to be, but also a chance to win the game. I mean, 3 stocks, they happen.
If there's any character that's going to do it, Roy is definitely one of the top ones that can do it here. Yeah. With that high kill power, as we saw, taking stocks at 50, 60%. That last stock, I think, was the highest percent that Lucario got to, and that was still only a little over 100.
Yeah, I think it's doable for sure. Goldshroom looking really good that match, even though he only won it by 1 stock, like he was,
pretty dominant.
Yeah, 1 play away from winning by 2, which is very dominant win.
Yes, and honestly, that next match, if like for example, one extra air dodge call out and stuff like that, and that's easily a 2, possibly even a 3 stack that could happen there without too much difficulty here. I could see it happening.
Yeah, he had some great plays there. He had the parry forward smash, a couple good reads there.
That was awesome.
Yeah, the parry forward smash was nice.
Definitely. So we have to figure out what they're going to go for this last character here. Now, something that is important to keep in mind is that for Gleck, Steve is banned. but here it is not. So there's always the possibility of having that be what we see
That is
here.
true. You know, I've never thought about that.
And we see a
Oh,
little Mac for the
this
last
is
character.
exciting.
I mentioned Steve because we are going to FD, but another character that really likes FD is in fact Little Mac, and this is really interesting here because with Little Mac, you can kill them at nothing if you can
Yeah.
get the Gimp.
This is, you know, I don't know what character options they have available in the skill level of players, but Lil Mac is a very risky pick in this situation.
It's a risky pick, but it's, especially online, it can be a difficult character to deal with.
Yeah.
Very good frame data, and we're seeing
Oh,
right
off to
away.
a hot start.
Oh, we're seeing right away the power of Little Mac. Good recovery option to avoid it, but this Little Mac is immediately coming out of the gate, swinging and absolutely showing. Still alive,
good
still
DI.
alive. Thing is, every time you interact with a Little Mac, there's a possibility of that to happen. But now we know what they have in the back, and a really, really strong Little Mac. And so it's something to keep in mind. And it's one of those things where we didn't know what character they were going to go with, so we were willing to go with FD.
We didn't see much of him, but he looked really good. He looked like he was
Yes.
probably their best player. You know, being Smash players, I mean, you can kind of tell that one stock sometimes. And
Yes.
you know, Golden Shroom was looking like the strongest player to play so far in this set, and then Little Mac comes in and one stock is punching the mess out of him.
Yes. Now, the important thing is that we didn't know what character they were sent out, so we were okay with going and picking FD as a stage.
Yeah.
Now knowing in this next set that they in fact do have a Little Mac, we're probably going to be more likely to ban FD to prevent them from going back to that, which will hamper this Little Mac and what they can do. As they seemed like they were very good at getting possible combos and stuff like that, but we don't know how good they possibly were at getting, or they were good at getting reads, but we don't know how good they were necessarily at getting combos.
It's also only one stock too.
Exactly.
So, you
You
know,
can only see so much.
Little Mac, you can throw out a couple forward smashes, take a stock, and you know. But yeah, he did look solid. Little Mac, not a great character, but very entertaining to watch.
Yes, and with Smash, even if you pick the worst character, you can still do pretty well in the end. So we'll have to see how things change up going into this next match here.
So is this?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So we'll have to see here.
I was trying to confirm what player we were going in, but that was what that interaction was. So it looks like we're gonna have. You know, I might be speaking too soon here, but it looks like we're gonna be having our Ike player making a character switch to Pokemon Trainer to lead us into this game 2. So I'm really excited to see that.
I really hope they remember to change their name. Though actually, it may not be that big of a deal if they don't, but I still hope they do because we'll see what they decide to go with here.
Oh, they're going back and forth now.
Yes, we have a little bit of indecision, and I can completely understand that.
I don't mind what character they're playing as long as they're confident with it.
Exactly.
You know, and now that you know we're talking about this was this person's first competition. Do you know what their tag is?
We'll
just go with the Ike player for now.
I will quickly double check.
Yeah, you can check it on NECC. Yeah. Oh, we're on Discord. Yeah.
I was just gonna check it on Discord. I don't have NECC up right now, unfortunately.
Oh, you don't? You're not even logged into that. Yeah. But anyways, I was really hoping this player was gonna get an opportunity to play today, and really excited to see how they do. You know, going into game 2, they had their first game jitters, so hopefully they'll put together a better performance this time.
Yes, definitely.
So,
I don't know exactly what tag they prefer to go with. Their full tag on here is Vermin Rogue on Discord. Yeah. So maybe we'll stick with Rogue for now. We'll ask.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see for next time. So we have this commentator list of like everyone's tags and how to pronounce them. But this player's new, so I did not have that ready to go for tonight.
Yes. So that'll be pretty nice, and we'll see. I think something else that's pretty interesting here is that, I mean, we're double checking, but it looks like we might be starting on. We'll see what stage.
Small Battlefield. And that's a counter pick in our other conference, correct?
Yes. Honestly, I think I prefer this rule set as it being one of the starter stages, but maybe that's
I like
me
Small
being
Battlefield.
someone who likes this one.
Yeah.
So, but we will have to see who they decide to start with here, though, as we are choosing which player we're starting with, and I think this is a pretty smart start as well, if I can talk for a
Yeah.
moment.
Ooh.
And I think it's a really good thing that we decided not to go FD because they are starting off with their little max. So they are potentially starting off with their stronger player. They're playing a different ult, interestingly enough.
Yeah, that's odd. Usually people got their ult and they kind of stick to it, but we got Vermin Rogue taking on the Little Mac, who looked really solid. So yeah, we'll see how they do here. Starting off with the Squirtle. Squirtle light character, very combo heavy. Interesting thing about Pokemon Trainer is it's 3 characters built into one. You have Squirtle,
Yes.
the light combo heavy, Ivy, kind of a mix of all the good stuff.
Oh my god, but Squirtle is very light, and that's what
Tough.
happens if you stick on Squirtle for too long at too
Yeah.
high a percent. You get killed very early, especially as Little Mac here. And so we'll have to see what the adaptation is to try to deal with this Little Mac that's just running all over and absolutely creating havoc here. And so the thing is, Ivysaur is able to have some projectiles, which could be very useful in this. Now, Little Mac is just going to
parry
demolish.
KO punch. Wow.
I mean, honestly, parry KO punch. There's not too much you can do about
that's tough.
that.
So Little Mac, he has this meter right above his face there in the bottom. Once that meter hits full, he gets this thing called KO punch.
Yes.
And, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a knockout punch. It takes your stock. As long as you're above, 20, 30, depending on the character. Goes through shield. Really strong, but this Little Mac is great stage control. Looking for some massive reads. Been hitting him most of the game.
Which switches to Squirtle. It's a very scary switch up. Any character, I think, would have died to that at that percent.
Yeah, I think the Charizard would have died
That's not necessarily
anyways.
a Squirtle thing. So we see the strength of their Little Mac right off the bat here. It just rips and tears a bit through the match and is pretty brutal to start off. So now, but that means that if we can now start to turn in our players and figure out who we think is going to be best against this Little Mac.
Yeah.
And hopefully start to chip away at this Little Mac. And after that, we know roughly what other characters they're going to send in. And I think that leaves us in a decent advantage as long as we can get past the Little Mac.
Yeah. I think the goal here, depending on who we send in, not sure we're going to send in, even 2 stocks wouldn't be bad.
Yes.
Ideally we get those 2 stocks in the very first game.
Mm-hmm.
But, this was what I was talking about. Like, you want to have that 3 stocks. This is a character, compared to the rest of their team, is a very high skill level player. So in this situation, taking 2 stocks is probably a victory on Valpo's end.
Yes.
But at this point, we're down 3 stocks. So definitely going to need to start chipping away quick.
Yes, very much so.
Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a new character if Jim's like, we got to get back in this one quick and give ourselves a fighting chance here in Game 2 in this best-of-3 series.
It's one of those things where Little Mac is a character, especially in this. There's not as much time to adapt as in a normal set. If we send in a character that's specifically just to try to take the quickest 3 stocks off this Little Mac, it may not be good at doing a single other thing, but as long as you can get 3 Little Mac stocks like this, then that might be all we need to try to make our way back into this game.
I'd be okay with winning this game if, we have to lose the next one by getting counterpicked. I'd be okay with it.
Exactly it. This is where, some potential counterpicks that come to mind would maybe be, I think Samus is pretty good with a really huge tether grab and projectiles, and being able to play keep away. Donkey Kong, which can throw Little Mac off stage as long as he can actually get the grab.
Steve
counterpicks most of the cast, so that is definitely. But a single minecart can destroy a Steve's day. Unfortunately, due to the fact that Steve is banned in our other tournaments, we don't really have that many Steve
Yeah, we don't
players
encourage
or
much
practice.
Steve play here at Valpo. So, unfortunately, we do not have any Steves in our back pockets to throw out
You've been
this
practicing
semester.
You could go get them.
Who?
Haven't you tried practicing a little Steve for a while at one point? I couldn't remember if you picked it to try to help us train against it just for this, for the NECC or not.
No, dude, I can't play Steve. I got a mean Kazuya, but
yes, very much so.
That's about it. I can't play anything else.
Have to see. And honestly, I think I think I agree with this pick. Honestly,
I don't know, man.
And so
to give you guys some context, we see what's happening in the game here before you guys do, but it's a King DDD here. Got Golden Stream, the captain of our team, playing really solid on that Roy, taking 3 stocks, but did lose to this Little Mac with his Roy the first time around, but now King DDD. Great recovery, very heavy, so not going to die quite as early as the Pokemon trainer.
Yes. And so with this,
Yeah,
not
tell me
only
why you like this picker, because I'm not sure.
So DDD is definitely a worse character than Roy is, but he can kill early, and on top of that, he plays much more in the air. And
Great two-frame
and
there.
on top of that, there's also
Just a little
we
too
saw the
low.
attempt there of trying to get a neutral beam, which sucks in Little Mac.
Yeah.
And if you're able to suck in Little Mac, you can then shoot him off stage, where it can be pretty easy to try to deal with him from there. I mean, we've already seen more damage here in that first stock than the Roy did in their first stock last time.
Yeah, that is true.
And so we already see a bit of an improvement here. And on top of that, like we said, DDD can take more hits, and the Gordo is a pretty good projectile against Little Mac. You really got to try to time it and hit that to get that Gordo back, but these smash
He's
attacks
getting
are
all
doing a
these
number.
reads on these smash attacks.
Yeah, but not mean we were done here. Oh, that'll be it. Yep.
Ooh, big kill. Got to watch out for this KO meter.
Yes.
Definitely want to get this kill on this edge guard right now.
Oh, and definitely
Huge,
does with
nice
that big
read.
forward smash. So now, I think we could definitely see this last stock come out here, and all it takes is one good hit. Because with Little Mac,
two
you
stocks
can't
would be
just skip
huge
them.
here. It'd make it a decently winnable position for Valpo, where losing this one, go down big deficit, but gets
Here
him
we go.
off stage.
Come on.
Oh,
No,
not
that
able
was
to get
just-
tech there. Tough there.
No, that's just a rough situation. Despite the fact that recovery is not great, there are still some mix-ups you can do, and being able to get the reversal on that is very unfortunate.
Yeah. I kind of want to play this Little Mac online. I'll get a couple
Honestly,
friendlies in.
Yes, Little Mac may be debatably the worst character in the game, but like I said,
Yeah.
the difference between the best and the worst character is much closer in this than it is in other games.
Yeah.
And so
Well, even in other Smash games too.
yes,
Like
very
Melee,
much so.
like the bottom half of the tier list, like not playable. Like you cannot win on those characters.
Not at all.
Like it doesn't matter. But in this game, like you're talking about, the better player typically wins.
Yes, and so it's pretty interesting. Now, with it being online, things can change up quite a bit. You can play characters that are a bit more, we'll call it made for online, able
Yeah,
to.
true.
'Cause-
Like your character.
Oh yes, definitely. No.
And my character too.
Yes. So, in general, online it is hard to react to things, and being able to react to lasers and guns and other things being thrown at you, you need to be
Yeah.
able to react to them. When you're online, it's harder to do so. With Little Mac here, he's throwing out these smash attacks, and you usually have to wait for them to happen, and react to them and punish.
Yeah.
Here online, you're not able to throw them out. And on top of that, even if you sometimes do call it out, you might just get super armored through.
Yeah. We do have the wired connection. It's required in all our leagues. But, with a game like Smash where every single frame matters, just that little bit of lag can make a huge difference. And,
Absolutely.
playing online versus in person is very noticeable for any solid Smash player.
Yes. And now I think this is a matchup I'm surprised we didn't see after the last time.
Okay.
Young Link loves projectiles, and Little Mac hates projectiles. And so we do see little whiff there on the SD, but we will now see as we start into this match. Very good. We already see a bomb getting thrown out. Just got to make room, get away, and then just start throwing up projectiles. If you're able to keep the Little Mac at bay, just rack up little dinks to get up large amounts of damage, just like that for up smash there, where we'll be able to see the kills start to come as well. Gotta be careful. Throw out a projectile.
Playing this one well so far. Has got to keep his distance from this Little Mac. Oh!
Just like in that, the thing is, it may not be the most fun way to play, but sometimes you just need to sit back and play your game and refuse to play the opponent's game.
Yeah.
Ooh, able to call out the option there with the side B. This Little Mac is a bit of a demon here, and we're about to see the KO punch come online as well. So it's just a matter, you gotta stay away. And that KO punch will already kill. If one read,
Yeah,
get
especially
back,
Young
throw out
Link.
projectials right here, right now.
Yeah, it
You
goes through
cannot
shield
allow-
too.
Yes.
And we'll hit this platform, correct?
if you get it right. But we could not allow this KO punch.
Oh,
Oh, just
went
able to
for
jump
it.
out of the way. Yes. Thought you'd be able to catch him and shield on the platform there.
So Young
There we
Link
go.
can take a deep breath here now that KO punch is offline.
Yes. Not too deep of a breath, though. You got to be
Yeah.
careful there, as we just see with that already nearly killed. Oh, my God.
Able to get the ledge on that one, but gets down smashed.
Unfortunately, I think unfortunately we see a drop shield there that gets caught. Now, with every projectile, if you're playing a projectile character, you want to watch what your opponent. Oh my God! Tried to go.
Wow.
Got
So what
got
happened there
spooked.
in that combo? You see Young Link's bomb created the combo extender there for the Little Mac, and then gets off stage and not able to get back. So Little Mac with the 3 stock there, extending the lead 11 stocks to 3. So
Yes.
at this point, you know, seeing how the first crew battle went, we are kind of going even back and forth, them having a slight lead. Yeah, they have a pretty big lead going into our last character
Yes.
here. So, you know, unless if I'm going back there, it's not looking too good for Valpo. Yeah. But 11-3 going to be a big lead to overcome. But if you're Valpo here, I really want to see him take out this Little Mac at the very
Yes.
minimum. So
I think that would be.
and at least feel
very
good, you know, just taking down this Little Mac because he is a raid boss right now.
Very much so. Everyone's been trying to do their best to chip down, and sometimes that Little Mac just gets all their health back,
Yeah.
and now we're sort of resetting again. We do get the
Watching-
one stock off, though.
Watching a good Little Mac is very entertaining, unless if it's against your team, and then it's like,
Yes.
it's a bummer.
Um,
Actually, in our region, like one of our top PR players is a Little Mac.
I was
Dude,
about to mention Buff Mac.
every time I see a good Little Mac, that's just what I think of. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a really good Little Mac in our region, really entertaining to watch. Not in collegiate esports, but a couple of our varsity guys and people have been around in the region a while. I've played them a couple times, so a little bit of I've played them a handful of times over the summer, but you know, a good Little Mac can mess you up.
Have you played them just for fun or in bracket at all?
I've played him in bracket a couple times. Tough to run into
Do you
bracket.
have a rough idea what your current set count is against him?
0-3. However many sets we've played.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I'm 0-3 or like 1.
Dude, I haven't even taken a game, so.
I believe I've taken a game. I don't think.
You know, I also don't play Smash like super competitively now. You know, I kind of just go there for over the summer, checking out the area, doing a little recruiting, seeing different Smash locals and stuff. But really fun thing to do for our players. Try and get out every once in a while to a local, play some new people in a great environment. But it looks like we have our Shulk going in last here. We saw him start off game 1, had 2 really good fares off stage to get early kills. But unfortunately, 2 early deaths, one of them being an SD. So, you know, if he can overcome that off-stage shenanigans, which, you know, to be honest, is uncharacteristic for his play. It's just, you know, it happens to everyone all the time. But, you know, I think Shulk is a solid character against Little Mac. I know we've said that for every character on the screen, but I mean, that's because it's true.
It's a very, very big sword that can slice through. Sometimes it feels like half the stage. Yeah. And the other thing is a lot of the mistakes that we saw last time were when they went off stage. Yeah. In this match against Little Mac, you don't have to go off stage as much. And so hopefully that shouldn't be as much of a problem. And we will have to see if that happens.
He is able to get those, if he, you know, throws them off stage, hits them off stage, that fair off stage, you know, if you hit one of them, even if he's at low percent, you can gimp Little Mac at a very low percent.
Yes.
But heading into this, you know, on match point here for Valpo, got to be careful. Down 0-1 in this best of 3 series, down 11 stocks to 3. So we'll see if Little Mac gonna drop stock here. Really want to see this Shulk be able to win this game.
Wait.
Yep.
There it is.
No, maybe in crew battles he's not used to losing his stock.
You know, I, as someone who has also made a very similar mistake, I completely understand forgetting to lose your first stock there.
And now, you know, Lil Mac is very quick ground speed, but now Shulk has even faster ground speed.
Yes. So we'll have to see if... Oh, just barely. Good job avoiding that side B there. Trying to play a bit more evasive there. Trying to... I'll be very particular with when he swings that big old sword of his.
Got to be careful with the air dodges, getting caught with those, you know, holding big read forward smashes and up smashes that this Little Mac has been going for.
There we go. But we see, though, some of some of that, just using the big sword there to try to push Little Mac away. Using, though, the pivot forward tilts. Oh, my. Okay.
Oh, he's able to
He made
recover.
it
That
back.
would have been
He made
devastating.
it back. Okay.
A great footstool by the Little Mac, and able to make it back, though.
Oh, tried to throw out the sword, but was just slightly too close and got hit by that up
Did it
smash.
armor through, or?
I think just caught it beforehand.
Okay,
It was very
gotcha.
close. Ooh, tried to quickly get the throw Shulk, but just barely able to make it. Ooh. Alrighty. And once again, we see that KO point.
KO punch online. Will kill at this percent.
And we will have to see if how. Ooh, playing carefully to try to avoid it. We haven't seen it thrown out yet. Some mechs love to save that KO punch to try to keep it as a scare factor, which makes people make more mistakes. We'll have
Yeah,
to
you
see
got to
what
play
happens here.
differently when the
There we
KO
go. Okay,
punch.
KO
Nice.
punch. KO punch is done, but that does not mean Little Mac is defenseless.
Got to take this stock, man.
Yeah.
Got to take this stock.
Yes. Now the thing is that with Little Mac at high percent and Shulk at low percent, this might be a relatively optimal time to go into Smash Monado. Because if you can hit Little Mac far off stage, sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, I agree, man.
But now you're already getting to the percent where that's too dangerous to do. Because now one smash attack, oh my lord, this Little Mac is trying to sauce. Trying to get those big combos out. Once again, switches into speed, Monado. Trying to match that Little Mac speed here. And on top of that, the other interesting thing about that is if they have the Monado, the up tilt up B that we saw kill with the last stock is not true anymore.
Yeah.
So being in that Monado is very important for more than one reason here. And now the percent's just too high for that combo to work anyway. So we'll have to see. This is a huge
Gets him off
opportunity.
stage. Fair coming.
Just barely misses, unfortunately. But still, once again, keeping off stage, because if you're off stage, it's harder for the Little Mac to...
Oh, I was just going to say that's not going to kill. But
I forgot that kills. And so with that, that is our match here.
Yep.
With us going 0-2, but that means we still have a 1-1 overall record here.
Yeah,
So
so far
important.
1-1, even though the first game was a forfeit. But gonna have a lot more Smash games be. Yeah, don't have to worry about that.
Details.
A lot of Smash games gonna be played over the next couple of weeks. We are gonna be playing in another league, which we will not be saying on stream, but really excited for that. We're gonna be having 3 games a week. So our NECC team will be back at it. I think we got the next 4 or 5 weeks in a row, and then playoffs hopefully. If we can win a majority of them, we'll be in position to qualify for that. And then also Saturday, Smash takes on Tiffin at 9, and then UMU, my alma mater, at 10. So really, really looking forward to that one. So tune in for that. Coming up this week, we got League on Wednesday, 2 Overwatch games Thursday, 2 Rocket League games Friday. 2 Smash games on Saturday, a Rocket League game on Saturday, and then our Overwatch team's actually traveling to Bethel University on Saturday. So really excited for that. So big week for the program here, a lot of games happening. So make sure you follow us on social media, Valpo Esports, to be able to tune in on those games. And we'll see you guys next time. It's been a pleasure. My name's Henry, Speedy Kill Ninja.
Joshua, PizzaMan48 here.
And we'll see you guys next time.